Welcome to the third season of the Nidd's Whitelist server. What I was trying to do is do a large hangar. Do you know the hangars that Nordic builds? Where it's,
yes.
Yeah, that nice. I should probably explain it for Sal's stream, but I'm not going to because it's not mine. Just picture a large aircraft hangar kind of idea, but where the roof splits in the middle and the two halves fold back, so that if you've built a big ship inside, and the idea was a hangar large enough to fit the little Tina in, so you could build something that size inside the hangar, and the roof folds back away, and then you could just fly up and out.
Like that. And again, that reminds me very much of Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything goes back to Thunderbirds with me. Yeah, no, that would be nice. Yes, but it is complex.
But I don't just want two massive doors on rotors, because they're likely first to explode, and I won't be able to pressurize the entire thing, which I don't need, but I kind of feel like I should.
Yeah, true. That's what your one disadvantage of being in space. You need to look at pressurization.
And the only way at the moment that I'm trying to find workarounds of not being able to attach the doors that are on the rotors back down to the ground, essentially, to the back onto the hangar. There's no way I can work out how to do that. Either first without, well, really the only way I'm managing to do it is to pop the ends off the rotors. So I pop the ends off the rotors and then merge it down, and then somehow get the entire thing to float back up a little bit, and then reattach them to the rotors. And then they can open as doors. But that is a mighty complex little thing that I mostly have to do with gravity and artificial masses, because nothing else works on the multiplayer. Like, I can't do piston on piston on piston kind of thing. So I'm thinking I may just give up and use airtight hangar doors, the cheaty mod with the longer ones.
Just put some thrusters on the door so you can just fly up a little bit.
Yeah, that was another thing that I have work out all the timing so that it will fire for so many seconds to raise. Yeah. I just don't like the airtight hangar doors as much. I've always felt a little bit cheaty using them. Like, you should be able to do it with your arms and just having a block that.
Quick fix, that's what they are.
Plus, you can get the mods for the really long ones, but that seems even cheatier because you're keeping so much material all jammed down into this tiny little space.
They do take a lot. Dave Lister, viewer. Dave Lister. What was Lister's first name in Red Dwarf? Did he have a first name? He did have a first name.
I'm going to have to look that up now.
Yes, anyway, it was Dave Lister. Dave Lister from Red Dwarf, welcome.
Really?
Yeah. Dave Lister.
Dave.
Yeah. Commonly referred to simply as Lister.
So with these longer airtight hangar doors that we've got, they're only 8 blocks high. So that's the maximum that I'll be able to do that.
Are they 8 blocks high?
If you've got one on top of the other.
Well, I've got one here.
Combining two.
Then there'll be 12 blocks high. One shut here. 1, 2, 3.
The open space between.
The open space, yeah. That's. So, yeah, and I'm looking for 12 blocks.
I guess we could I know we're not trying to have functional blocks, like functional mud blocks, but since we can't really build doors any other way, not safely.
No.
But, yeah, the extra long ones. The little Tina's 7 blocks tall. So that'll be able to go out sideways, but only just.
No, I know.
And it's not a very tall ship either, so to be a bit more generic, it might have to be a bit bigger. Maybe have a door that's merged in and is part of the station, but pops out and something else grabs it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even just a rotor arm that comes down with the merge box, and then you have the problem again of it joining on to the same grid. So you'd have to pop one off and then pop the other one on. That'll probably work in space, and on the planet it might not, because as soon as you pop it off, it'll start falling.
Yeah, gravity. What's your next thing? Should it be 12 by 12 or different size? Well, yes, I wish it was 12 by 12, but I'm trying to fit a 12 by 17 ship out of it. Boris is locked.
I'm going to experiment a little bit with that, with a free hanging hangar door. Because you can use, once it's merged in, you can then use the actual airtight hangar doors to seal the edges.
Oh, that's
around the edge.
Two doors together, just 8 blocks. Yes, 2 doors together are just 8. 1 extra length of block, unless I just have a 1 block gap between my doors. So this is all a bit strange for the viewers who are static style stream. 2 entirely different locations.
Hello. Discord thought I'd gone AFK.
I know. Saw that.
Didn't you?
I wasn't that far away from my keyboard.
Well, you think it's a distance-related thing, Sal?
I was just sat like...
So there should be a separate one for slightly further away from keyboard.
Thanks, sir.
Turned away from keyboard.
Yeah.
Walked away from keyboard.
Sitting back from keyboard as opposed to away from keyboard.
True.
Yeah. And well, I've learned 2 things tonight, both about Nutella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, 3 things in fact. One is that Nutella is German, which I didn't know. I thought it was American. That came out earlier on this evening. And the second is that on the jar of Nutella, it tells you that a single serving is 15 grams, and that's like, I don't know, blah blah, it's 4% of your daily intake of some things or other. And it's next to a little picture of Nutella spread on toast. Now, I had a look at what 15 grams of Nutella is roughly about, because it weighs about as much as water. And 15 grams of water is a teaspoon.
Oh my lord.
Which, if you were to spread a teaspoon on a slice of toast, like they have in their picture, is the thinnest of thin spreads of anything. It's spread thinner than butter. But the picture that they show is of a spreading of Nutella around about the thickness that I put it on, which is roughly about as thick as the bread itself. Which I think must be about 15 servings all in one go. The third thing that I've learned about Nutella tonight is that when you do buy the really big jars, you can get your hand in it.
Oh God. I feel a little bit ill. I don't know what happened. See, my son loves Nutella. I used to like Nutella, but again, not being too much of a sweet tooth, I don't really have it a lot. But I was looking at a cocktail actually of some sign art that my friend did, and it's called the Nutella Bunny, and it's a decadent creamy mix of Frangelico, Kahlua, milk, Nutella, and honey.
Wow.
Served. Bunny.
Well, I would definitely
Interesting.
try it.
I would definitely try it.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be too sweet for me. I like my chocolatey things, but I'm not actually that much of a sweet tooth.
Depends on how much milk. I suppose a portion of it is milk.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at another one. The Easter Pavlova cocktail. The vodka. That. Parma pomegranate, lemon, sugar syrup, strawberry and kiwi fruit topped with Cointreau and limoncello meringue foam.
Wow.
That's an interesting cocktail.
Sounds like a cake in a glass with alcohol.
Yeah, well, yeah. My vlog is gone off. My vlog's getting more comments, likes, and nearly more views than anything I've ever done. I don't know how to feel about that. Took me about 3 minutes to make and another, 10 minutes to upload. But Bob Fleming commented on it saying, "I felt both sad and happy in this video." That's interesting. That's a very interesting contradiction there.
Zernex is saying it would depend on the size of your hand with the Nutella jar.
Oh, that's right.
And his would probably
So
not
what,
fit
could
in the glass.
Mir get both of his hands? Get both of his hands in?
Yeah, because Mir's got quite small hands. They fit in my rubber gloves. My washing up rubber gloves, I'll just point out.
Right, yes, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, well, it is a kilo jar. It's quite a large lid on it.
Do you find if you buy the bigger jar, you go through it quicker? More of it?
Not really. I'll eat it more for longer. It's like, because obviously it lasts longer. So I'll be eating Nutella for more. I don't know how to describe that. Because normally what would happen is I order all my groceries online and they get delivered, and then I binge for about a week, and then I eat fairly sensibly for about 2 weeks, and then for another week I go through a near starvation phase while I can't be bothered trying to get online and order the next lot of groceries. So overall it balances out. But what's happened with things like a kilo jar of Nutella is that first binge week just goes on a bit longer because the jar lasts for longer. So I'd still just get one jar to last me for a month, but yeah, it goes on for longer.
Large hole.
I should have watched your vlog while I was eating my Nutella. And I had a cheese sandwich first as well. So I did have my savoury.
Nice. Savoury.
Yeah, Mia made us some cheese sandwiches to last us through. And I
It's a large
thought...
pile. Large pile. Is that,
Yeah,
how many cheese sandwiches to last 24 hours?
1, 2, about 8 rounds of bread, something like that. I did think that we would have eaten them within the first hour, but no, we've done pretty good. They've lasted. So we're about halfway through them now.
And you're
I've just had
over
one.
halfway through the stream?
Yeah.
Well, if you finish at the time that you originally said you would.
Well, yeah.
It seems to be growing.
Yeah, because when Zuranek said that he'd been playing 26 hours of gaming, so I said to Mira, "Oh, we can beat that."
I think you must have beat my record for this server by now.
For this server? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I did 19-ish hours, 18, 19 hours in one sitting. I don't think anyone had beaten that until today. So thanks for doing this.
Does that give you a new target now?
No, I think I'll use it as a warning.
Of what happens?
So you're putting a government health warning on this stream.
Yeah. This is what happens to you if you do too much. You just can't stop. You end up being one of those people who claps dead on their keyboards, saying,
Right.
"Oh, just another hour." Then I'll go to bed. Just another hour.
Yeah, I don't need to go to the toilet. how does that happen? How do they? What are they just sitting, wiggling their leg? The meat goes away.
Just sit and jiggle.
I know when I was younger, I must admit, a tactic I used if I needed to poo and I didn't have a toilet close by to go to, I'd lie on my back, I'd stick my legs up in the air and wiggle them really hard, and I'm not joking, the poo would disappear. It would go back up wherever it came from.
Well, that's yet more life advice from Minty.
There you go, guys. If you ever find yourself in a real desperate situation, you poo just in the air.
And I just looked down at chat and I saw mine probably would not fit in the glass again. And I thought, in the context of the conversation, and then I realised it was about Nutella.
Now I'm not going to be able to think of Nutella without
Thinking about, yeah, Minty's self.
One Zuranex, one glass. Sorry for that reference. I need to crouch to drill.
You need to crouch to what?
Drill directly down into rock.
Oh. Oh, look at that. We've got 600 uranium ingots. And there's still loads to process.
We haven't refined anything on the planet. We're not building anything very fast either.
I've got both refineries are full. We've got 600 uranium ingots, and there's another 52.4 thousand kilos in one of the containers. So think we've got about 200,000 kilos to start with, and it's turned into 621 ingots, which is more than we've had for a long time.